morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Global Atheist News Roundup, dateline 9th of March 2024. This week's headlines. Kuriga kidnap. More than 280 Nigerian pupils were abducted. There's an old European patriot in this video. He's explaining why he has had enough pro-Palestinian marches with his finger. Joseph, a Jew living in London, was kicked and spat on by Islamists for being Jewish. The church fund is not enough to right slavery wrongs, apparently. New Zealand's top Catholic fails in his bid to block abuse allegations. Church authorities in Greece slap a religious ban on local politicians who backed same-sex marriage. France makes abortion a constitutional right in a historic Versailles vote. And police in India don't mess about. More than 280 Nigerian school pupils were abducted in the northwestern town of Kuriga. The pupils were in the assembly ground around 8:30 a.m. when dozens of gunmen on motorcycles rode through the school. The students between the ages of 8 and 15 were taken away along with the teacher. Kidnap gangs, known as bandits, have seized hundreds of people in recent years, especially in the northwest of the country. The kidnapped are usually freed after a ransom is paid. The mass abduction was confirmed by Uba Sani, the governor of Kaduna State, which includes Kuriga. He said 187 students had gone missing from a secondary school and 125 from the local primary school, but 25 have since returned. An eyewitness said that one girl had been shot by the gunmen and was receiving medical attention at the Birnin Gwari hospital. A teacher who managed to escape said local people had tried to rescue the children, but they were repelled by the gunmen and one person was killed. Almost every family in the town is thought to have a child among those kidnapped. The armed forces have launched an operation to find them. No child will be left behind, vowed the governor. In January, bandits killed a school principal in the area and abducted his wife. This kidnapping comes just days after dozens of women and children were feared kidnapped by the Boko Haram Islamist group while they were collecting firewood in northeastern Nigeria. Now do take a look at this old European patriot who has had enough of pro-Palestinian marches. He explains it to them clearly. See this video. Joseph was kicked and spat upon by Islamists in London for being Jewish. See this video.
Yesterday I was attacked by a mob of anti-Semites. They spat on me, kicked me, pushed me, and tried to beat me with sticks.
No, am I with you with this?
The violence was instigated by Ali Dawa, who incited the mob to attack.
I'm never gonna live.
The killing
You
of
condemn
66 kids.
Ali, what is this?
Huh?
What is this?
What is that?
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at you.
I'm not gonna do anything. It's a bait.
Terrorist.
Not a religious
Scum. You
person.
Zionist scum. That's what you are. You Zionist scum. Hey, this ain't Israel. This ain't Israel.
Ali, get
No,
up.
This ain't Israel. This ain't Israel. This ain't Israel. That's my. You say in Israel, bro. You say in Israel, bro.
I'm Israel. Hi. I'm Israel.
The £100 million earmarked by the Church of England for a new investment fund to help repair damage caused by its historic links to slavery is not enough, a report says. It comes after an investigation last year found the church had invested large amounts of money into a company that transported tens of thousands of slaves. The church welcomed the report by the Church Commissioner's Charity and accepted its recommendations, but would not commit to raising the fund to the report's £1 billion target. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, said the report was the beginning of a multi-generational response to the appalling evil of slavery. Mr. Welby previously called the report's interim findings a source of shame. The report also reiterated calls for the Church to fully acknowledge its involvement in the slave trade after the Archbishop said he was deeply sorry for the links back in 2022. Money from the new fund should be invested in black-led businesses focusing on education, economic empowerment, and better health outcomes, the report added. New Zealand's top Catholic Cardinal John Dew has lost a long-running fight in the Supreme Court to suppress historic sexual abuse allegations against him. Dew took action against Discovery New Zealand, owners of NewsHub, to try and prevent them publishing a story by their experienced investigative reporter Michael Morra, which would report on allegations that Dew was involved in sexual abuse at a Catholic orphanage in the 1970s. Dew, who was Archbishop of Wellington from 2005 until his retirement in 2023, has strenuously denied the allegations, and police have closed an investigation into the claims without taking any action. Publication can go ahead. Backlash from the Orthodox Church of Greece against a landmark law allowing same-sex civil marriage intensified on Tuesday, with a regional bishopric imposing a religious ban on two local lawmakers who backed the reform. Church authorities on the northwestern island of Corfu accused the two opposition lawmakers of committing the deepest spiritual and moral error in voting for the law, which was approved with cross-party support on February the 15th. Greece was the first Orthodox Christian country to legalize same-sex marriage. The socially conservative Church of Greece had strongly and volubly opposed the reform proposed by Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, his centre-right government, and they preached against it and pressured lawmakers to reject it. France has become the first country in the world to explicitly include the right to abortion in its constitution. Parliamentarians voted to revise the country's 1958 constitution to enshrine women's guaranteed freedom to abort. The overwhelming 780 to 72 vote saw a standing ovation in the Parliament in Versailles when the result was announced. President Emmanuel Macron described the move as French pride, and he said that it had sent a universal message. However, anti-abortion groups have strongly criticized the change, as has the Vatican. Abortion has been legal in France since 1975, and polls show around 85% of the public supported amending the constitution to protect the right to end a pregnancy. And while several other countries include reproductive rights in their constitutions, France is the first to explicitly state that an abortion will be guaranteed. Following the vote, the Eiffel Tower in Paris was lit up in celebration with the message, "My body, my choice." And a Kurdish Muslim preacher drinks hot camel urine with milk because the Prophet did. See this video.
هذا ابو الابل، شكرا جزيلا استاذ. هسه شوف انا اصرف ابو الابل. عندنا حليب لا اجيب سريع حليب. شوف هسه هذا شوف هذا حليب الابل شفتوه بعيونكم. ايوه هسه اشربها شفاء الفيروس الكبد. شوف اللهم صل على محمد. هذا البول شفتوه مباشر. بارك الله فيك تعبنا. السلام عليكم. شوف جلاس حليب البقر مع البول. بوش بارك الله. عفوا والله ما حد بشوف. خلطناه شفتوا بعيونكم. هسه اشربها يم الجمل. الشيخ صالح تعال يمي معي حتى انا اشوف. انا احسن علاج. تعال اثنين هنا بارك الله فيك مع الشيخ صالح. شوف هذا البول مع الحليب شفاء. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول بول الابل شفاء لكل الامراض خاصه الفيروس الكبد والمرض اسداد الكبد والمرض السرطان والالتهابات. شوف هسه اشربها انا صايم ولكن اشربها هذا السنه. شوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شوف بسم الله هذا بول الابل وحليبه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تعال ابني شوي اللي جاي عندنا. شوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Following this news, Tercia and I are going to chat with guest Canadian Joey Paul in Free Thought Hour. Joey is well informed about science and is a Catholic. This has been Global Atheist News. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching.